Alright, this isn't usually a sort of video I do. I play something like new Tales of Unturned, or maybe finally I do that Arid series that I've been wanting to do, or the new Kuwait update that came out like last week. No. I just want to talk about graduation. Now, as some of you may know, I was a senior, or I am a senior right now, and have been for like the past 9 months up until this point, where about Thursday I had my graduation. In the morning we kind of just like came to school. They provided us like cold like muffins and like bagels. It was honestly, better than the school lunch, I'm gonna be honest. And we just kind of like sat down, chatted with our friends until they started making announcements. And then they told us to get to the buses, so that's what we did. We went to the buses and we went to this church. It was a really large church. I was not expecting it to be that size. So we went inside the church and we sit down, or we just like, I don't know, we meander around, and then we get assigned like seats. Like before in the school, they gave us like a little chart and that had our name on it, on which seat. So we looked around, we found out, and then we started practicing orientation. And oh my god, it was so long. We had to go to like this gym that was connected to the church, and then we just pretty much stood there. And then they started exiting like rows of students, like one by one. We had like a total of 8 or something rows. I don't even know. I could be wrong about that. But it was like row by row. We go out from the gym to like the church entrance. And then they have someone there controlling the traffic so that everyone who passes through is like having like a side-by-side buddy in a way. There you can like see them. So you can like take pictures of them without having like a huge mass of students like going through. Anyways, we do that. We're at our seats right now. Everyone's happy. And then they start explaining, like, usually you wouldn't sit down for this. You would be standing up. Also, you wouldn't be going through your phones. I'm like, yeah, I get that. So we're right there, standing up. The thing was, I was like the third row, and there was still a lot more rows left. So we had to stand for so long. I don't even know. It was that long. We stood for a really long time, and then everyone was finally lined up. We got everyone situated, and then the teacher said we could sit seats. So I was like, oh my gosh, finally. Sat down, and I started explaining more about how she wouldn't give the announcement yet, because there'd be the choir kids that would actually like sing the Pledge of Allegiance and some other tunes right before we sit down. And then they start talking about how giving out like the we didn't actually get our like diploma, like the actual like piece of paper, but we got like some sort of like a book/plaque type thing, but it was more of just like a sort of like a replication of what was actually going to go down tonight. So they were like, yep, so and so come up on stage. Like they would raise one row at a time and have people going to the stairs getting ready. And yeah, people were cheering. They're like, "Oh my god," acting like as if it was the real thing. No, but it was fun, kind of, I guess. It was a very silly moment. Anyways, we get done with that after so long, and then we get to go home early. We go home around 12:30, which is so nice because usually we get out of school around 3. So all the freshmen, sophomores, and juniors were just chilling at school right now. We were at home. I luckily got a good friend. God damn it! I got a ride from one of my good friends, so I didn't have to like wait at the smart bus. So shout out to him. Chill at home. I eat a good sandwich, some Ruffles, cheddar Ruffles, of course, and then around 4:30, I go to Red Robin's and have like a whole bunch of my family there. We eat, we talk. My grandparents got to meet my little sisters. It was a really nice time for everyone. Fast forward, we get to the orientation or the thing, and we were kind of early, but there's so many cars lining up, and of course, because of graduation. So pretty much a 5-minute trip turned like a 5-minute. I wouldn't say 5 minute, like a 10-15 minute trip turned into like a 30-minute trip. So yeah, thanks a lot, traffic. Anyways, we get to school, we see everyone, everyone's hyped, everyone's pumped. I put on my cap and gown. We get really serious. And then we walk through those doors. We go to the gym because we're supposed to. That's what they said. And we get to see our friends. We did intense handshakes, fist pumping in the air, chest bump. Like figuratively, of course. And then we line up. They'd start releasing us out one by one, and seeing all those people out there, it didn't shake me up that much, but it was a lot. Like there were huge, a whole bunch of chairs and seats. It was like being at the opera or something. Anyways, we were seated there. We're getting ready, and then we had to stand, obviously. And if like practice was worse, this was far worse, because we had to stand while everyone was everyone was coming, and then once we're done, we have to stand during the Pledge of Allegiance. Of course, I stand during the Pledge of Allegiance. I'm a true patriot. And then we stand for some other songs, and then we finally get seated. So I'm like, let's go. Sit down. We're chilling out, and then we had some like special guest speakers come up, explain their story. It was nice to see, dedication from the school district. So yeah, it was wholesome. And then we started getting to the names. Like, first row stand goes up to stage, receipts are playing, flipped, and everyone's clapping and cheering, and it's so wholesome. And I'm in third row, so I was up there somewhat quick. I get up there, I hear my name being called out from my schoolmates, as well as the guests only, I guess, section, it was super cool. I made sure to smile, of course. Usually I don't smile that much, but dude, that sounded emo as fuck, I'm gonna be honest. No, I usually just don't smile, but it was like really nice to be up there. I did smile. I smiled for the camera, of course, like knees down, squatting, finger gun to my little pamphlet diploma thing. It was epic. Obviously I didn't do that, but I kind of wish I did. And yep, sat down. It felt really nice. It took a really long time to get through everyone, but everyone deserves the attention to care. Everyone deserves the same attention to care as I did when I got up on that stage. So of course I clapped for everyone. I really clapped for good friends, and yeah, it was really nice. All right. Pretty much after this graduation, we're at this party. We're not at the party, but we're getting ready to go to a party. They serve like little cakes and stuff, like at like the gym, which is like where we're waiting for like buses to actually take us to that party. And dude, the biggest mistake is they didn't provide water at all. Those cakes literally dehydrated me so fast. My friend was like, no, hold on. I was like, hey, to my friend Ham, dude, I'm so thirsty. He's like, hey, there's a drinking fountain there. He's like, there's no way I'm touching that. And then he started flipping me off and just wanted to punch him in the face right there. Give him a few bobs and babbles right up there. Nah, but anyways, 10:30 comes around. Everyone gets on the buses. And then we start going to this undisclosed location. I'm putting my quotation fingers, my hands, whatever, up there because I knew where it was. It was at a place called like the Bay Club. It was kind of like a sports, club kind of. They had like a gym, pool and stuff. But what in a rock climbing gym, but what I didn't know is that the actual staff working there kind of souped up the place quite a bit. Okay, so we get there, we get given a Hawaiian Hawaiian, like the cheap Hawaiian necklace, like flower things. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. Like the really itchy ones are very annoying to wear, but of course it was through spirit I wore like 3 or 4 of them. Anyways, we get inside and I see literally like one of those like, if you've ever been to a fun run, they have like one of those like little obstacle courses where there's like 2 like replicated areas and you have to like run. You have to like run through you have to like run through and try to beat the other person. They had one of those. They had like the little like plastic balls that you could hop in and race your friends with. They had like a few like of those like one of those games where you have to like you go into this like I guess Thunderdome and you try to like jump over this like this thing that like swings something at you and you try to stay on your pedestal. If you miss, you get like bonked over or whatever. They had a lot of cool shit. They had like a casino, which one of my friends was really hyped about. He's addicted to gambling. Obviously they did rock climbing. They had food. Like they had they had like meat and chicken. And to be honest, like people said it was garbage, but I think it's probably one of the best things that the school has served us in like forever. They also had like this huge row of candy, which I thought was quite charming, quite exquisite. Now, yeah, I had somewhat low expectations, but they clearly blew me out of the water. I was impressed. I just had fun there. I won't get into like any specific details. They had like machines where you try to grab like money and stuff. They had like little like things that you can spin and get like free gift cards and stuff. I got like a Jamba Juice gift card, which I gave to another one of my good friends. But yeah, overall, it was a really good experience. Now, unfortunately, it did last till like 4:30, and I really wasn't feeling it up until like 1:30 because everyone was kind of busy with everyone else. A lot of my friends were busy with activities, and I kind of just exhausted all the fun out of the activities. They did have VR, which I was literally like jumping up in the air, hands up, fists like actually just pumping up. But then when I put it on, it was like super pixely and blurry, and there was like so many smudges. I'm just like, nope. And I was like one of the first ones there. I wasn't like a late player. I was one of the first people there. So like, they either just didn't clean it or I don't know. I felt it was a little bit gross, but no, it was good on them for like really going out. Overall, the graduation party was a lot of fun. It was also nice being with like a shit ton of my friends. That was super fun. I kind of wish honestly, I felt like going at 1:30 instead of 4:30. I felt like that was kind of a good move. I got to sleep in a little bit more. I woke up at like 2 p.m. today. Yeah, I was a little bit of a sleepyhead, I guess you could say. No, but it was. I think that was the good time to leave because I had a ton of fun with a bunch of friends. Yeah. Honestly, a really good graduation party by the school. I thank the school a lot for doing that. Honestly, the reason I had low expectations was because of our prom. We paid like $30 for our tickets, and they said they rented out like the zoo. Like we have a zoo, and like somewhat like I would say 30 minutes away from where I live, and like I know that zoo. I thought they rented the entire zoo. I don't know. Like expecting it for for $30. I mean, I'm not surprised. I imagine it would cost a whole lot more to rent a zoo, but it was just more of like a small like space with this like big open area. They had like a dance floor, and they had like water and cookies. I didn't mind the water, but the cookies, I don't know. Felt like they could have gone with something better. Honestly, a really fun party and a really nice send off for graduation. So I would like to thank all my in real life friends and online friends for just being with me for nearly most of the way. It was really cool of them, really cool of you guys, if you guys are watching this. I love all of you. So GG's. And also thank you to anyone who's a big fan of the channel watching this video. I'm so glad you got to this end part, although maybe not all of you did, because this isn't epic gameplay, epic intro. It's quite simple editing. But yeah, it's just more of an update. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.